Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Daya Karo More
Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Daya Karo More
Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Daya Karo
Chaitanya Prabhu Daya Karo
Hare
They're practicing for the next one.
Practicing for the next
So the setup.
Yeah, we just got some more sound stuff.
Hopefully it doesn't look too much.
Great to see you again. Hello. She's friendly, huh?
Yeah.
Hi.
Hello. Hi.
Hare Krishna.
Please, pardon the sweater.
Ohe Vaishnava Thakura Doyara Sagara Vedase Nato.
Ohe Vaishnava Thakura Doyara Sagara Vedase
Ohe Vaishnava Thakura Doyara Sagara Vedase
Ohe Vaishnava Thakura Doyara Sagara first day, isn't it?
Yeah. And the page number is 143. You can sit in the chair if you're more comfortable. You can take the chair. Okay.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
I'll do it after.
One, two, two.
Nitai pada kamala goti chandra shushitala.
Nitai pada kamala goti chandra sushitala.
Pasho no Gaurāṅga Duti Pada. Okay. It's 128. Gaurāṅga Duti Pada Jardana Sampada.
Gaurāṅga Duti Pada Jardana Sampada.
Gaurāṅga Duti Pada Jardana Sampada.
You know what? I'm going to come back.
What did you sing already?
Sri Guru Charana Padma, Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu, we sang Nittai Pada Kamalam and Gaurāṅga Pada. This was the last one.
We sang Jai Anila Premadana also.
Page 171.
171.
Hari Hari bifole janama goinu manusya janama poya Rādhā Krishna Navadiya Nama Paya Rādhā Krishna Navadiya Manusya Janama Paya Rādhā Krishna Navadiya Jani Achuniya Bisha Kainu Jani Achuniya Bisha Kainu Golokera Premadana Harinama Sankirtana Golokera Premadana Harinama Sankirtana Vatina Janami Lokeno Kai Vatina Janami Lokeno Kai Sansara Vitanale Divanisiya Jale Sansara Dibanishia Jale Judaite na koinu Judaite na koinu Rajendra Nandana Jai Sachi Sutta Hoilo Se Rajendra Nandana Jai Sachi Sutta Hoilo Se Balarama Hoilo Nitai Balarama Hoilo Nitai Jina Ina Jattatilo Harinama Udarilo Dina hina jatatilo harina me udarilo Arasakshi jagai madhai Arasakshi jagai madhai Maha Prabhu Nanda Sutta Vrishabhanu Sutta Juta Maha Prabhu Nanda Sutta Vrishabhanu Sutta Juta Karuna Karuna Uparo Karuna Karo Evaro Narottama Dasa Koi Nateli Gaurāṅga Pai Narottama Dasa Koi Nateli Gaurāṅga Pai Toma bine ke ache toma amara Toma bine ke ache amara Hari hai Hari hai Hari hai Hari hai Ai Gaura Hari hai Hari hai Hari hai Hari hai Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Krishna Gaura Premanande. Jai Saparika Sisi Guru Gaurāṅga Shunda Rādhā Giridhārījīu ki jai. Jam Vishnupad Jagat Guru Śrīla Bhakti Sunda Govinda Dev Goswami Maharaj ki jai. Jam Vishnupad Kula Churamani Sava Shastra Siddhanta Vit Śrīla Bhakti Rakak Sridhar Dev Goswami Maharaj ki jai. Jai Bhagavan Śrīla Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur ki jai. Rupan Gogurabhagya ki jai. Namacharya Śrīla Haridas Thakur ki jai. Prem se kaho Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Sri Vasadi Shri Gaura Bhakta Vrinda ki jai. Jai Shri Chaitanya Saraswata Acharya Vrinda ki jai. Samadeta Vaishnava Mandali ki jai. Kol Kartel ki jai. Shri Harinam Sankirtan ki jai. Nitai Gaura Premanande Hari Hari Bo. So here we are. Month-long festival of Śrīmān as observed in Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Math in Navadvip, and before then in Gaudiya Math, Bhag Bazaar Gaudiya Math, where Srila Guru Maharaj saw this poster on the like a billboard on the lamppost saying month-long festival of Śrīmān at Sri Gaudiya Math. And after seeing that, Guru Maharaj he was searching where are the followers of Mahaprabhu Chaitanya Dev. And seeing this poster, then he concluded, these must be Gaudiya Math, they must be the followers of Chaitanya Dev Mahaprabhu. So visiting there, taking part in that. This also we are observing. And today the disappearance day of Srila Rupa Goswami and Srila Gauri Das Pandit. So of course Mahaprabhu chose Rupa Goswami as the head of his sampradaya. And he asked all of the devotees, please examine him, see what you think about him. Very much in the same way that Srila Guru Maharaj asked his godbrothers and other senior devotees, you please examine this boy, speaking about Srila Govinda Maharaj, who was then 17-year-old boy, come to the lotus feet of Srila Sridhar Maharaj, 1947, and asking everyone, please tell me what you think about this boy. And after that, Guru Maharaj trained Srila Govinda Maharaj for over 40 years for the position of the successor Acharya of Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Math. And what a wonderful, so almost wrong to say job, but what a wonderful job he did of that. For us, the whole mission, the whole worldwide mission, he was able to manage that, one man, all over the world, and everyone accepted whatever he said. That is the final word on it. And he did, made his mission after his own passing. And he said, what can I do? I cannot make another Govinda Maharaj. Guru Maharaj saw who he was and gave him everything for training him for over 40 years. That is very important for us to understand that. Recognizing some special significance, some special qualities in Gurudev, and also so many of his godbrothers echoing that after examining this boy. So we can be confident that he gave us everything. I said to Gurudev, Guru Maharaj gave you everything. What a blessing. And Guru Gurudev's reply was, yes, Prabhu, blessing and also curse. Because it is not a simple thing to follow in the footsteps of Srila Guru Maharaj. Once in Green Street, when Srila Gurudev was just about to come down to give a talk to the devotees, and he and I were in his room, and as we're going out the door, he turned to me and he said, Prabhu, anyone who will stay in the line of Guru Maharaj must get the service of Rupa Manjari. What do you think? I said, what do you think? I said, Maharaj, yes, I'm sure. If you say that is the case, then I'm sure it's true. Although I don't really have any capacity to even understand what that means. But if you say it so, then I believe it. And he grinned. And we went downstairs and he gave a beautiful talk, as always. But it made me reflect. What does it mean to be in the line of Srila Guru Maharaj? Anyone who stays in the line of Srila Guru Maharaj, they must get the service of Rupa Manjari. So that's one thing. But what does it mean to stay in the line of Srila Guru Maharaj? Does it mean we just showed up, during that time? Or, sometimes I think that Srila Gurudev was so magnanimous and so merciful that sometimes that was enough, that somebody just showed up. As he wanted to give that to everybody in any way possible. And he knew what that meant, although we did not know what it meant. When he was in Russia once, he told the devotees there, you are all liberated souls. You cannot see it, but I can see it. So that was his nature. He was able to give that kind of consciousness to everybody just because they showed up. It was very merciful Gurudev. And what can we say about Srila Rupa Goswami? Nothing really. Nothing that would be really befitting his position. We're not known as the Sampradaya of Sri Chaitanya Dev. We're known as the Rupanuga Sampradaya, the Sampradaya of Rupa Goswami. That is a very significant thing. His teachings. And his teachings are very high. Rupa Goswami's teachings, what he has mined from the revealed scriptures and given to the world, is very high, very exclusive, and for the most part, way beyond our understanding. But Srila Guru Maharaj, or Srila Gurudev said, two books he's given to us, for us. Most of his books are about rasa, Madhura rasa, and they're not accessible to us in our present state of consciousness. But two books he gave to us, Upadeshamrita and Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. At least the first part of Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. The later part of that also dealing very much with rasa and Madhura rasa. These two books, and Upadeshamrita is a very important book for us, for the sadhakas, for the aspiring devotees. And our Tyagi Maharaj did a very wonderful job in producing that. You see, with Srila Prabhupada, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj, his Upadeshamrita is a little book like that thin, Then I remember asking Tyagi Maharaj, why has it taken 3 years to do this, Maharaj? This is small. It's only about 18 verses. Then he showed me the manuscript. And I thought, okay, now I can understand. It has become a very voluminous book, but very important book. for us. If we can study Upadeshamrita, we can get the gist of what is Krishna Bhakti. And Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, much bigger book, and Sridhar Maharaj, he's written his own commentary on that. Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, and it's maybe the only book of Srila Guru Maharaj that hasn't come into English as yet. And it's big. I discussed with Tirtha Maharaj, Bhakti Prapanna Tirtha Maharaj, about bringing it into English. He said, Guru Maharaj himself published his commentary in three goes, if you like. And because it's so voluminous, what Guru Maharaj has given there. So it would be a mammoth task. And who can do it? We do not know who can do such a thing. Because all translation is interpretation. So it's very important to understand that whoever is the translator, they must be able to follow the line of thought of the author. This I found out to my own when I published a few issues of Gaudiya Darshan. And Srila Guru Maharaj said, so this, Srila Guru Maharaj, he wrote an article in 2 parts called Sri Gaudiya Darshan. And I want you to publish that in the first and second edition that you will make of the Gaudiya Darshan magazine. I said, okay. And he gave me that article, but it's in Bengali. I don't read Bengali. Then I'm thinking, how am I going to translate this? So then I thought, this Prabhu's wife, she's a Bengali lady. And I'll ask her to do it. She'll be able to do it, I thought. And bless her, she tried to do it. But as soon as I began reading it, I could understand, no, this isn't Guru Maharaj, what Guru Maharaj is saying. It may be a translation of the Bengali text, but it's definitely not anything that Guru Maharaj wants to give us. Because she wasn't able to follow his line of thought. And plus, as anyone who knows about the Bengali language, there's the common Bengali language, and then there's Sadhu Bhashya, which is the higher Bengali that the sadhus write in that. And Guru Maharaj had written this article in that. So then I asked Tirtha Maharaj if he would translate it, and he did. And Gurudev was happy with that translation. It was very nice. But the difference between the two was really pronounced, how difficult it was. So then, and this is just an article over 2 issues of a magazine, and an important article, but compared to Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, Guru Maharaj's commentary on Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu is not very much at all. So I do not know if that will ever see the light of day in English. In a sense, it was, it's one of Guru Maharaj's very important commentaries. So we're praying that maybe one day that will happen. But I don't know. Once Srila Govinda Maharaj, he had one of our devotees to publish the Garga Samhita. It was published in Bengali, and that person who published it asked, should we translate it into English? And Gurudev said no. More or less he said, it's better that they don't get their hands on it. The Westerners, what will they take from it? Of course, there are English translations of it. How good they are or how bad they are, I cannot say. But so some things, not always for our consumption. In fact, Srila Govinda Maharaj told us that in the 1950s, there's one very important book for the followers of Mahaprabhu. It is called Krishna Kanamrita. And it's written by Bilvamangal Thakur, and is one of the favorite books of Sri Chaitanya Dev. He used to take that with him everywhere, and relish the writing of that book. So then the reading of what was written there, he would relish that. And so in the 1950s, Srila Guru Maharaj, he asked Srila Govinda Maharaj, I think this book is not available anywhere anymore. What do you think? And Gurudev, he researched and he said, yes, Maharaj, not in print anywhere. But Guru Maharaj had a copy of it. So he told Srila Govinda Maharaj, you publish it. So Srila Govinda Maharaj published it. Maybe 1,000 or 3,000 copies. I don't know how many. Do you know, Bishakadi? Anyway, like a normal amount that you might when you're publishing the book. But after it was published, Guru Maharaj said, you must not sell this to anybody. It's not available for anybody. And then Gurudev said, so why we published 1,000 copies of it? And Guru Maharaj said, so that it will not disappear from the world, so it will still be in the world. So it is an important book, but not for our consumption. Not everything is for us, so, and this is the case of most of Rupa Goswami Prabhu's writings. They're not for us. And Srila Guru Maharaj said, when he was asked then, if they're not for us, then what would they be written for? And Guru Maharaj's reply was, we're not atheists. That if we think we can't get that in our fist in this life, that it's all over or something, Said, but they're for the higher devotees who are able to relish that. And Srila Govinda Maharaj, expanding on that thought, he said, and for us, they're published so that we can worship them. They're for us to worship. So, back in my reckless youth, I was a collector of books. I'd go to any temple and scour through their dusty shelves to try and find books, manuscripts, anything. And I did manage to get a copy of an English translation of Krishna Kanamritam. And not understanding really what it was then, but I began reading it, and about maybe 20 verses in or something like that, the author, Bilvamangal Thakur, he says, now I'm going to express something about the Leela of Rādhā and Govinda, the intimate Madhura Leela of Rādhā Govinda. If you are not free from the conception of male and female, please don't proceed any further, because you must mistake it for something mundane if you read it. So then I just closed the book and put it in my bookshelf, and that's where it remains to this day, gathering dust. I've never read beyond that. But I've thought about that a lot. What did he mean when he said, you'll mistake it for something mundane? It's about Radha and Krishna. How will we think it's something mundane? It doesn't actually mean that. It doesn't mean you'll read it and think, oh, that's mundane. You'll read it and think, wow, I'm relishing some transcendental topic here. And this way, you'll make a very, very big mistake. Because the Madhura Leela of Rādhā Govinda is not like anything at all of this world. And what do we know? We know plenty about the relationships of men and women in this world. We're experts on it. But we don't know anything about the transcendental relationship of Radha and Govinda. So what we will do with our expert knowledge of the mundane relationships between men and women in this world, we'll project that on what we read about Radha and Govinda. And this way, we'll make an offense, thinking that what we understand, our reference point, which is only mundane, that we can apply that to the relationship of Radha and Krishna. Once, many, many years ago, it was when Rishabhdev Prabhu was still alive, and he was the president of manager of our temple in SoCal. He asked me to give the lecture on the Sunday lecture. And we were talking about something, I can't remember exactly how the lecture went, but halfway through the lecture, then there were some guests there from nearby Santa Cruz. Santa Cruz is like a kind of surfing, sort of hippie enclave, and so this guy stands up, he's got a big beard and long hair tied up in a man bun, and he's got some, flowery clothes and everything, and he wants to make an announcement. And his announcement was, "Hey, no one can understand the relationship of Radha and Krishna unless they can understand the love between a man and a woman." So that was his proclamation. And I had to say, well, I'm very sorry, but that's actually, if anything, a disqualification for understanding the relationship between Radha and Govinda. We are not to try to project our mundane ideas onto divinity. The Radha and Govinda, they are the epitome of divine reality, the male and female counterparts of the transcendental one absolute truth, Advai Gyan Tattva. And there's nothing in this world that compares with their transcendental relationship. Srila Guru Maharaj, he would say, no amount of finite can ever equal the infinite. So even an infinite amount of finite will not equal the infinite. So, we're not, as Guru Maharaj would say, fools rush in where angels fear to tread. And so he said, many books that Rupa Goswami wrote on these subject matters. And he said to his own godbrothers, you may very well be qualified to read these books. You may be. But still I say you should not, because our Guru Maharaj did not allow it. So that is everything, the order of Sri Guru. And when those things are appropriate for us, then irresistibly they'll descend in our consciousness without our trying to make any, like trying to force our way there or push our way there. We are to understand that there are some things that we are not yet ready to receive. It's important for us to understand that. So, but also equally important to understand that Rupa Goswami, he's given a very clear definition of what is bhakti and what is not bhakti. So normally on this day, Srila Guru Maharaj, Rupa Goswami Prabhu's disappearance day, and also Srila Govinda Maharaj would often sing this Sri Rupa Manjari Pada, written by Narottam Das Thakur, which is considered to be the highest song of the Gaudiya Sampradaya. And we are not singing that song. If Gurudev sings it, we sing it, but otherwise we are not singing that song. It is his song, it is Guru Maharaj's song. In fact, it was requested by his Guru Maharaj, Saraswati Thakur, at his passing, that Srila Guru Maharaj would sing that. That's well known to everybody. But I mean, it's here in the book. But so I was thinking maybe we could just read the translation of that and let the cards fall where they may. You know, who can appreciate or not appreciate, I do not know. But Guru Maharaj gave some talk about that, which is recorded here in the translation. So there was for us also. That's on page 190. Sri Rupa Manjari Pada, Se Mora Sampada, Se Mora Bhajan Pujana. My everything is Sri Rupa Goswami's holy feet. We are to discuss so many classifications and positions of rasa, Shanta, Dasya, Sakya, Vatsalya, Madhura. And in Madhura rasa, Radharani's camp is special. Then again there are so many gradations of Shakis. Then there is the class of the Manjaris, the younger girls, and they have more freedom to approach. When Radha and Govinda are in union in a private environment, the Manjaris can still approach. They have such freedom to visit them. If any materials of service are necessary, the Sakis send the Manjaris to that place. The Sakis do not approach there. In that way, the Manjaris enjoy the best confidence. The most secret service of both can be supplied through the Manjaris. In the highest position, they have free entrance, and their leader is Rupa Manjari. She is understood to be the leader of the whole group of younger girls, the Manjaris. Therefore, in Madhura Bhajan, she is all in all. This has been taught to us by Narottam Thakur. For us and the younger batch, she is our highest resort. Se Mora Sampada, my wealth is there in her feet. Se Mor Bhajana Pujana, my worship and service is also in her. Se Mora Pranadana, Se Mora Abharana, the very wealth and gist of my life is there, and the ornaments of my life, if any there may be, that is within her grace. Se Mora Jivanera Jivana, indeed the very life of my life, if there is anything, that is also her. I am for her pleasure. Se Mora Rasa Nidhi, if there is anything, the source of any and all desirable ecstasy is only to be found there. The mine, source and fountainhead of all rasa is there in her feet. Se Mora Bancha Siddhi, and if I am to expect any other fulfillment in life, that is also there in her feet. Se Mora Vedara Dharana, if any duty is recommended by the Vedas for me, I would like that such duty be at her feet. Se Brata, se Tapa, if at all there is any desired accumulation from any penance or observance of vows, that is also to be found there. Se Mora Mantra Japa, and the continuous repetition of a mantra in Japa, all ends there. All things have only one end in my case, and that is that they all meet in different phases in the feet of Rupa Manjari. If she is satisfied, then the variegated nature of all sorts of my devotional practices are satisfied. Se Mora Dharma Karana, and any of my conceptions of duty or activity of any phases or form, all have one end and meet in one point, the holy feet of Rupa Manjari. Anukula habe vidhi, se pabbe hoibe siddhi. I only pray to the controller who is at the root of all these arrangements of affairs in this world. Please connect me there. O absolute manager, may you grant my prayer that all my tendencies may go to attain her favor. Nirakiboe dui nayane. It will be so very intense and concrete as if I can see it with these eyes. It will not be vague, abstract, or imagination, but I want the most concrete realization by the grace of the Absolute Manager. Se Rupam Madhuri Rasi Prana Kuvalaya Shashi. What sort of high-class beauty is there in her holy feet? I want to jump. Let my heart be a lotus. There are two classes of lotus. The white lotus came from the sun, and the red from the moon. The Kuvalaya is a mixture of the two. The luster of her body will feed me day and night, as the life of my life, which is compared to a Kuvalaya. The Kuvalaya is fed and nourished by the luster of the moon, and her holy feet are the moon, and my very vitality is likened to the lotus. May the luster of her beauty maintain and nourish my heart of hearts. Prafulita hobe nishi dine, and the lotus of my heart will grow by that ray and dance. Tuya ardashana ahi. This is my prayer. But what is my present condition? My present condition is in the negative side, my mistress. My present position is such that without having a sight of you, your grace, my heart will burn into ashes. That is my present position. Garule jaralo dehi. This is just like the poison of a cobra, which produces pain within my heart. I have been bitten by a snake. And what is that snake? It is that I am not getting any direct contact with you, your grace. The serpent's poison has captured my heart, and I am going to die. Chiradina tapita jivana. And this is not a sudden thing, but from the beginning I have been suffering this sort of pain of separation from such a beautiful and hopeful life of fulfillment. Ha ha rupa korodoya, deho more padachaya, narotama loilo sharana. But I have now reached the extreme position, and for the last time I am begging for your favor. Otherwise I am going to be finished. This was composed by Narottam Thakur in praise of Srila Rupa Goswami. In this way he has given us light of the higher quarter of bhajan life. This sampradaya is named as the Rupanuga Sampradaya, and our Guru Parampara, and all these things are adjusted according to that. He wrote many songs, and they are very substantive, firmament, very ecstatic, and of deep faith. Oh, there we are. What that means, what can we say? And I just want to say to anyone who's, maybe this is the first time they came here and they're expecting something much more basic, I do apologize for that. But it is that day today, so we had to say something about that. And also, Gaurīdas Pandit, who was Parshada, means eternal associate of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. The very famous story we hear about him, which most of the devotees all know, is when Nityananda Prabhu and Lord Chaitanya, they stayed in his house for some time. And when they left, when it was time for them to leave, then Gaurīdas protested. No, don't go. Don't you stay here. Please stay with me. Always stay with me. And this was like an ongoing discussion they were having, and this way preventing Lord Chaitanya and Lord Nityananda from leaving his house. Finally, Lord Chaitanya suggested, you can make some murti. Murti means the deity. The deity of Lord Chaitanya, deity of Lord Nityananda, and they can live in your house with you forever. And they are non-different from us. Lord Chaitanya is told like that. And Gaurīdas Pandit thought, okay, that seems like a good arrangement. So the deities were carved, and installed on the altar in his house. Then Mahaprabhu asked Gaurīdas, so now you're satisfied that we will remain here in the form of the deity on the altar, and we can go? Gaurāṅga was very clever. He said, and you said that the deity, the Murti, and yourself, you're the same, right? There's no difference between you and the Murti. Yes, it's true. Okay, then Murti, they can leave, and you stay. So then, okay, then the Murti, they stepped down from the altar and they began to leave. And then Gaurāṅga says, it is true. then he couldn't understand. It is Lord Chaitanya and Nityananda Prabhu leaving, or it is the Murti leaving? He was confused now. Which one is leaving, which one is staying? No, this is... you can see those Murtis. Have you seen Vishakaji? The Murtis of Gaurāṅga Pandit? There are a few. That there particularly, and of course all the devotees, they've also seen the Mahaprabhu Bari in the house of Vishnu Priya in the temple in Navadvip. If you go on the Parikram, the devotees always go there. This is also a Murti of Lord Chaitanya, not dissimilar to this Murti, but with hands like this. Hold on, his hands are like this. And this is the Murti of Vishnu Priya. Vishnu Priya was Lord Chaitanya's wife. And after he took sannyas, she had a Murti of Lord Chaitanya made to keep in her house. And when Murti was first bought, she said no, rejected. And maybe second time also rejected. But third time, when they bought the deity, she saw within it Mahaprabhu so much that she covered her head with her sari. And that deity is still there. And if you go to that temple, they have his shoes there, and they'll put those shoes on your head if you're lucky. We hear that when Mahaprabhu, he returned from this very sad story actually, when he returned to Navadvip after sannyas, after 5 years he returned to Navadvip, and as he is walking down the road, like throngs of people come to see him, and in the crowd was his mother Sachi Devi and his wife Vishnupriya Devi. And like heartbreakingly, Vishnupriya says to Mother Sachi, "There's your son." She didn't say, "There's my husband." She said, "Oh, there is your son." And as he walked by, he was wearing like wooden sandals. And he stepped out of those sandals and carried on walking. And Vishnupriya took those sandals and worshipped in her house. So they say that those are the very sandals, are the sandals in the Mahaprabhu Bari temple. Anyway, there's so many stories like that. But they also say that the deities of Gaurāṅga Pandit, cannot be distinguished between Lord Chaitanya Nityananda and the deity of Lord Chaitanya Nityananda. It's still not clear. On the altar is Lord Chaitanya, or on the altar is the deity of Lord Chaitanya. Not clear. So also his disappearance day today.
That's also Rādhā's Prabhu.
Oh.
Disappearance day too.
That's important. Ramai Prabhu is our pujari priest in our ashram in Sokal, and he nobody could do the service that Ramai Prabhu could do. Isn't it true that after his disappearance they need 10 people to do what that one man could do?
Yeah.
And still they can't actually do. Even with 10 men, they still can't do. He is a very beautiful devotee, very devoted to the deities there, and a very nice devotee. Gurudev gave him Ketra Sannyas, that means he took a vow never to leave there for the service of Sri Guru Gaurāṅga. What is it? Gandharvika Giridhārījīu in SoCal. And up until his passing, he's every day doing that service. And when he's not doing that service, he's riding his bicycle up and down the roads of that area of SoCal in California. Famous for that. And I always used to say, when they've developed the science of cloning, when they've got it right, we should clone Ramai and put a clone in every one of our temples to do the worship of their lordships. So he passed away. How many years is it now?
Let's see, I think it was 2018.
So a while.
Yeah, it was 2018. 2018.
Ramai Das Archaniketan, Gurudev gave him that title. Archaniketan means like the abode of service to the deity. Archaniketan. Very beautiful devotee. And we miss his humor, and we miss his company. And besides all of that, he is also a very deep thinking man.
He had a very sharp memory.
Yeah.
He would do the puja and recite the whole thing without a Veda stotra every day. And it was very amazing.
Yeah.
Made all the milk sweets.
Yeah.
Day.
Yeah.
He would chant all his rounds before Mangalas, everything, all 16 plus,
Yeah.
plus on cuts, everything, never failed me.
And at the same time, very humble and self-effacing person also, not proud in any way.
And very funny.
Very funny.
Yeah, very sweet.
So it's our fortune that you are here to remind us his passing today. And a very auspicious day to pass
Yeah.
on this day.
It was very amazing that day.
And Krishna consciousness has very deep aspect to it, but also very simple for those who are simple-hearted. Lord Chaitanya has given this in this age of Kali. We're living in the age of Kali. According to the Vedic law, there are 4 ages which revolve in a cyclic way, just like the seasons revolve in a cyclic way. So then also the ages of man. First is the Satya Yuga, and in the Satya Yuga, that is considered to be the golden age of mankind. In Satya Yuga, people lived for thousands of years, and everyone, without exception, was utilizing their time for self-realization, meditation. And so much so that there wasn't even marriage in the Satya Yuga. There was not any necessity. There were those who were called the Prajapatis. They were responsible for continuing the mankind, children and so on. Not married life. Married life came in Treta Yuga. Treta Yuga means the Silver Age. This is when seduction entered into the world. It was necessary for the peace of societies. Marriage was also introduced during that time. Treta Yuga, people were not quite so long-lived, but still very much engaged in the spiritual pursuit. And in the Treta Yuga, the method, as in Satya Yuga, the method was meditation, and in the Treta Yuga, the method for self-realization was sacrifice, all kinds of different sacrifices which were performed by the Brahmins. And they were performed so expertly that the gods would come and show themselves to the people and accept their share of the offerings made in those sacrifices. And it was very... now no one can do that. Sometimes they're making a show of some fire sacrifice or something, but previously the priest, the Brahmin, the first thing that he learned is how to light the fire by mantra. He doesn't need a box of matches or a lighter. You just tell the mantra and the fire will come. If you can find anyone in India that can still do that, you'd think he's like some kind of god or something, you know. No one can do it. No one can do it. Maybe one or two here or there, but not really. Anyone can do that. So what to speak of actually doing the sacrifice properly. So, and that would include animal sacrifice, but not killing of animals. Try and understand that. So there was Gomeda sacrifice, a cow sacrifice. Ashwamedha means horse sacrifice, all these things. But when an old cow or horse would enter into the sacrificial fire, and they would come out with a renewed body, they would not suffer death or burning from that. That was the power of those sacrifices. But today no one can do that. Then that's just animal killing for the sake of animal killing. Then in the Dwapara Yuga, the process of self-realization was temple worship. There was great elaborate temple worship there. It is called Archan. We are doing some kind of semblance of Archan here, but in Vedic times, if you will offer one flower to your god in the temple, that will need to be on a solid gold plate. And when you finish that plate is discarded. They don't wash it and use it for the next offering. Every single offering, brand new gold implements. So can you imagine what kind of wealth they would have to do that kind of temple worship in Dwapara Yuga? Yeah.
That's when Lord Krishna came.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. So that also we cannot do as then today in Kali Yuga. So in Kali Yuga, everyone is. So Dwapara Yuga was known as like the Bronze Age or Brass Age. Then in Kali Yuga, this is known as the Iron Age. So in Kali Yuga, everyone is short-lived. If you reach 100, you get a telegram from the king. Congratulations, you made it. It's actually what happens in this country, you know. I saw this lady, she was 104 years old, and they asked her, on the news, and did you get, at that time it was Queen Elizabeth, did you get your telegram from the Queen? Yes, I did. And she said, and you get one every year after hitting 100? She said, yeah, but they're exactly the same every year, I get the same one. So she was a bit upset about it. But anyhow, so, you know, most people don't make it even to 100 years old in this. And it's also known as the age of quarrel and hypocrisy. So everyone in this age is a hypocrite, and everyone in this age is always quarreling or fighting with somebody else. I saw on the news recently, not so recently, but when our Prime Minister was Mr. Johnson, some school children were asking him some questions. And the one girl, little girl, she asked him, "Have you ever lied in your political life?" And just like you'll all be laughing here, all the people that were there, they all began laughing. All of his colleagues, everyone that was there, they all started laughing. And then he says, "Oh no, I've never lied in my political life." And then everyone's laughing even more then, you know. Because this is politics today. It's taken for granted that to be a politician means you must be a big liar. Almost certainly a liar, you know, and a hypocrite. So it means you say one thing and do another yourself. No, nobody can meet during the lockdown, but we'll have a big booze up and hope that nobody finds out about it. Hypocrisy. Quarrel and hypocrisy, and everybody to one extent or another guilty of that. And quarrel meaning also, you know, that every one of us here, from the youngest to the oldest, we've never lived one day when there hasn't been some war going on in the world somewhere. And now, you know, it's like that's all we hear about, right? That's all we hear about. Like they're saying, in the next 5 years we should get ready for a world war. We're going to be at war with Russia and China and North Korea and whoever, Iran and all of these things. That's what the pundits are all saying. That, you know, so this is Kali Yuga, the age of quarrel and hypocrisy. But there is one redeeming thing in Kali Yuga, that simply by chanting the holy names of the Lord, you can attain the highest perfection in life. What they were aiming for in the Satya Yuga by thousands of years of meditation. You say, I read this article. It said the habits of successful people, and one of their habits must be they practice meditation. All successful people, and they said, what's the optimum amount of meditation you should do every day? Like 7 minutes. They said this is the optimum of your meditation if you want, you know, to be successful. So, never mind 7 minutes. These people were practicing thousands of years of meditation, nothing else. And they also weren't aiming for meditation on Rādhā and Govinda. They're meditating on the impersonal absolute. But that, whatever they attained, you can attain that simply by chanting Krishna's holy name. What was attained in the Treta Yuga by all kinds of elaborate sacrifices, you can do that. You can gain that by chanting Krishna's holy name. What was accomplished with great wealth and opulence in the temple worship of Dwapara Yuga, that also you can attain, but just simply by chanting the holy name of Krishna. The special dispensation for Kali Yuga. And not only that, the Lord appears in every age, but in Kali Yuga he appears as Lord Chaitanya, the golden avatar, combined incarnation of Radha and Krishna as one. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he came to inaugurate the Sankirtan, means the congregational chanting of the holy name of Krishna. Wherever Krishna's name is being chanted in congregation, the Lord himself is present there. You can commune directly with the Supreme Lord himself through his holy name. It is the most easy and sublime method of self-realization, specially suitable for us in this Kali age. So in Bengal they say that the rainy day is not the bad day, but the bad day is that day when we can't hear anything about Krishna. That's the bad day. So when it says that in this Kali Yuga, like a golden age will appear within the Kali Yuga, that is through the chanting of this holy name of Krishna as given to us by Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And this is accessible to everybody. A child can chant Krishna's name. And when when Srila Sridhar Maharaj, our Guru Maharaj, was asked, how should we preach about Krishna? Guru Maharaj's reply was, just tell everybody about the love and beauty of Lord Krishna. Our Lord is the Lord of love, and He is beautiful, reality the beautiful. Guru Maharaj coined this phrase, reality the beautiful. We're often thinking, wake up to the harsh reality of life. But our conception is no, life isn't harsh. Reality isn't harsh. Maybe life is a bit harsh, but reality isn't harsh. Reality is beautiful. And beauty personified is Lord Krishna. He is so beautiful and so loving. Then this is our message to everyone, that Krishna is the Lord of love and the embodiment of all kinds of beauty, transcendental beauty. And simply by chanting Krishna's name, together we can, that vibration, that sound vibration, it can penetrate the coverings of this universe, it can do away with all of our misconceptions, and it can touch the holy lotus feet of Krishna in the spiritual world. And we'll feel His connection through the chanting of this holy name of Krishna. And we are trying to practice this Sankirtan, religion of Sankirtan, religion of love, as taught by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Now over 40 years we've been trying to practice this to the best of our ability. And I can say that I think I'm an open-minded person, but I've never found anything that compares with it in this life. Never in this world have I found anything. If everyone thinks of something that may be better, I'm open to have a look at that. But we can say, that the proof of the pudding is in the eating. So if I say, this is the best cake you'll ever taste, and if Saraswati Did made a cake, it'll probably be like that today, I don't know. But and I say, this is the best cake you'll ever taste. But until and unless you take a slice of that yourself and try it out, how will you know if what I'm saying is true? So similarly, I say to you that the best thing that you can ever do in this world is to chant the holy names of Lord Krishna and try to enter into that religion of love as given to the world by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And our Param Guru, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, the founder of this in Krishna consciousness movement in the modern age, he said, the day will come when all the intelligent men and women of this world must embrace Lord Chaitanya's religion of love as the only panacea for everything that ails us. So we believe that, and we feel that we want to try to share that with everybody. That this thing is a wonderful thing. This Kīrtan, Sankirtan of Lord Krishna is the greatest thing that you will find in this age. All kind of spiritual practices, this is the best. And of all kinds of mantra, this Hare Krishna mantra is the best. And we ask everybody to try and take this seriously, look into this deeply, and see if you can find something that resonates in your own heart of what I've been saying and what we've heard from our gurus. Harinam Sankirtan, the chanting of the holy names of Krishna. So this is our request to everybody today. And on Monday we have a big festival for the appearance of Lord Baladev, another avatar of the Lord. And then next Saturday, 1 week from today, we're having our 10-year anniversary for this temple, when His Lordship, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, came here to claim this temple as his home. So if you can come for that, it will be a very great day, a very happy day, very wonderful day. And I'm sure there'll be some wonderful cake then also. So we like cake. So anyhow, please, if I spoke many things that were, you think, oh, that's like way above my head. Don't worry, everything will be understandable by us as we make progress in our spiritual journey. So now I'm going to stop my talk now. Bang on time.
Vishaka maybe wants to share something?
I think we can have ārati now. You've spoken very nicely.
And by the way, if you're interested in understanding Krishna consciousness, Vishaka is a very good teacher of that. She was born in a devotee family and grown up her whole life and taken these teachings very seriously. And she is a person of very great insight and knowledge and can present very nicely this Bhakti Yoga philosophy to everybody. We're very fortunate that she's with us at this time. Take advantage of that. Hare Krishna. We're just waiting for our pujari, I guess, then. Here he comes.
Maybe you can briefly explain what is ārati, please. What is your name?
Tasha.
Tasha just came for the first time.
Okay, nice.
And you have been coming for a while.
I came last time and a
And
week
also,
there
what's
as
your
well.
name? John also been coming for
Yeah, we saw John last week in Green Street. He came there also. So ārati is a ceremony where we offer different elements, symbolic elements to the Lord, representing the elements of creation, earth, water, fire, air, ether, etc. And accompanied by that we have Kīrtan, where we chant together the holy names of the Lord. And it is very helpful to us in our spiritual development. Best kind of meditation is this Sankirtan, where we sing together the holy names of the Lord. And that's in this ārati with our mridanga. Mridanga means this drum. Mridanga means that limb of the earth, because it's made from clay. So it's limb of the earth. And the karatal means the hand cymbals. They're traditional instruments used for Kīrtan. And many of our devotees, they're very good Kīrtan leaders. Virachandra Prabhu, Nitai Chand Prabhu, both very good Kīrtan leaders.
Śrīmān Devashis Prabhu ki jai.
Jai. When are you two guys? Say, please.
Switch this. Switch that. It's number one.
Bhaja Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu
Hare
It's Tulsi.
Oh, that's Tulsi Devi.
Yeah, in Navadvip.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah, yes.
Oh, okay.
It's Tulsi Maharani. 3 months. They always have a Tulsi plant on the altar of the deity.
Right.
She's too big.
Yeah.
There? They have a photo there.
Yeah, she's too big. Thank you. Sorry.
It's hard for 3 months when you finish your course. And you know the best time to study is in the winters. Because after 5 p.m. there's nothing to do. So sit down with the books. Sit down outside, nothing to do. So sit down with the books. I always do a course in the winters. Hello? No, not mine. I'm alright, I'm just tired.
Yeah. This one, I bought this last year, but today's the first time we use it.
I didn't
Yeah.
know that. I didn't know that. I just knew he was there the whole time, you know.
These classes, they're supposed to say, these are really in the temple.
There's that lady.
No, that was that.
She was sitting there.
Yeah.
There.
Exactly.
What time do you recognise it comes? Just the Kīrtan. Just for the Kīrtan, there's not anything else.
Hare Krishna.
Yes.
All of your best friends. I think
I like you. Come through, yeah, please.
I know exactly what happened. That's what I thought. That's what I thought. No, listen. This is not. This mic is only compatible with this one. Only this one. Because look, you switched. You did some. I said just pass it to me, and what you did is you switched this. You took it off, and you. That's not compatible. Look how low it is now. Yeah. Look how low it is. Watch this. It's so low. I had that full blast.
Hare Krishna.
This is the best mic. This is the best mic. This with this. Well, look. Say something. Say something.